In 2021, FTX was one of the largest crypto exchanges in the world. Its founder, Sam Bankman-Fried, was hailed as the future of finance, a billionaire genius who promised to change the system forever. Just 1 year later, everything collapsed. Billions of dollars vanished overnight, leaving investors betrayed and the world shocked. What happened wasn't just a business failure. It was one of the biggest financial scandals of the 21st century. This is the story of FTX, the rise, the lies, and the $8 billion downfall. Sam Bankman-Fried, often called SBF, was not your typical Wall Street figure. With his messy hair, baggy t-shirts, and casual sneakers, he didn't look like someone handling billions of dollars. But behind that image, Sam was a math prodigy. Born in 1992 to two Stanford law professors, Sam grew up in an academic household where ideas about ethics, policy, and money were always in the air. He went on to study physics at MIT, but soon discovered something else he loved more: trading. After graduation, Sam worked at a trading firm called Jane Street, where he learned how to move money fast and find small profits in big markets. By 2017, he saw a new frontier: cryptocurrency. Digital coins were exploding in popularity, and Sam realized he could use his trading skills to make huge gains. That year, he founded a company called Alameda Research, a crypto trading firm, but this was only the beginning. 2 years later, in 2019, he launched FTX, short for Futures Exchange. FTX wasn't just another crypto platform. It allowed traders to make complex bets on digital assets with ease, and it quickly became a giant in the crypto world. Sam's speech was simple. FTX was safer, smarter, and more innovative than the competition. He even branded himself as a responsible player in an industry full of risky behavior. By 2021, FTX was valued at a staggering $32 billion. Sam was on the cover of magazines, speaking at conferences, and testifying before Congress. People called him the JP Morgan of crypto. But behind the headlines, cracks were already forming. FTX's success wasn't just about technology, it was about trust. Sam knew that crypto had a reputation problem. Many people saw it as a wild west of scams and hacks. To win over the public, he presented himself as different. He donated millions to political campaigns, especially in Washington. He gave to both Democrats and Republicans, calling it effective altruism. The idea that he would use his wealth to make the world better. He even pledged to give away almost all of his fortune during his lifetime. At the same time, FTX spent hundreds of millions on sponsorships. The Miami Heat Arena was renamed FTX Arena. Celebrities like Tom Brady, Gisele Bündchen, and Steph Curry became ambassadors. To millions of people, FTX seemed unstoppable. Investors rushed in. Venture capital firms poured money into the company. Regulators gave Sam a seat at the table. Customers trusted FTX with their savings. By late 2021, FTX had more than 1 million users. But there was something hidden beneath the surface. Sam was secretly moving money between his two companies, FTX and Alameda Research. Customers thought their money was safe on FTX, but in reality, billions of dollars were being used to cover risky bets at Alameda. It was a house of cards waiting to fall. In the world of finance, trust is everything, and once it's gone, collapse can happen in days. The first cracks began to show in November 2022. A news report revealed that much of Alameda's balance sheet, its reported asset was made up of FTT, a digital token created by FTX itself. This was a red flag. It meant Alameda wasn't holding stable, independent assets. Instead, it was propped up by the same company it was tied to. Rivals quickly noticed. One of them was Changpeng Zhao, better known as CZ, the CEO of Binance, the largest crypto exchange in the world and a competitor to FTX. On November 6th, CZ announced that Binance would sell its massive holdings of FTT. That single tweet sent shockwaves through the market. FTX customers panicked. Within 72 hours, users tried to withdraw $6 billion from the platform. It was a classic bank run. Too many people rushing to pull out money at once. But FTX didn't have the cash. The truth came out. Customers' funds has been siphoned into Alameda's risky trades. The empire Sam built on trust collapsed in real time. On November 11, 2022, FTX filed for bankruptcy. Millions of dollars were missing. The collapse of FTX was more than a financial disaster. It was a human one. Ordinary people had trusted FTX with their life savings. Some lost college funds, retirement accounts, and family nest eggs. Venture capital firms lost hundreds of millions. The Miami Heat tore down the FTX logo from their arena. Celebrities who endorsed the platform faced lawsuits from angry investors. In total, over $8 billion in customer funds had vanished. It wasn't just a collapse, it was a betrayal. Sam Bankman-Fried resigned as CEO, replaced by John J. III, the lawyer who had previously handled the Enron bankruptcy. Ray described FTX management as worse than Enron. He revealed there were almost no internal controls, no proper accounting, and even expenses approved by emoji messages. The fallout spread far beyond FTX. Other crypto companies tied to Sam's empire went bankrupt. The entire crypto market crashed, wiping out hundreds of billions of dollars in value. The regulators across the globe tightened their grip, calling for stricter oversight. And for many people, the dream of crypto as a safe, mainstream investment was shattered. For weeks after the collapse, Sam tried to defend himself. He gave interviews, appeared on Twitter Spaces, and claimed he never tried to commit fraud. He said he simply made mistakes and got in over his head. But regulators saw things differently. In December 2022, Sam was arrested in the Bahamas at the request of US authorities. He faced multiple charges including wire fraud, securities fraud, and money laundering. Prosecutors accused him of running one of the largest financial frauds in American history. Sam's close associates began turning against him. Caroline Ellison, the CEO of Alameda Research and reportedly his on and off partner, pleaded guilty and agreed to cooperate with prosecutors. Other executives also admitted guilt. The image of Sam as a quirky genius collapsed, replaced by one of manipulative fraudster. As his trial unfolded in 2023, the details shocked the world. Testimony revealed that billions in customer money had been funneled to Alameda, used for risky bets, luxury real estate, and political donations. Sam's empire wasn't built on innovation, it was built on deception. The fall of FTX is more than just a story about one man. It's a lesson about trust, money, and the dangers of unchecked power. For years, the crypto industry promised a revolution. a way to make finance fairer, faster, and free from corruption. But the collapse of FTX showed that even in new industries, old problems remain. Greed, secrecy, and lack of oversight can destroy everything. Sam Bankman-Fried went from a billionaire on the cover of magazines to a disgraced figure facing decades in prison. FTX went from a $32 billion empire to bankruptcy in less than a week. And millions of people learned the hard way that when something looks too good to be true, it often is. The story of FTX will be remembered as one of the biggest financial scandals of our time, not just because of the money lost, but because of the trust that was broken. And in the end, it reminds us of one simple truth. In finance, trust takes years to build, but only seconds to destroy. This was the rise and fall of FTX, the story of Sam Bankman-Fried and the $8 billion crypto scandal that shocked the world. Thanks for watching. The higher they rise, the harder they fall. Every story has a reason. If this one opened your eyes, share it. Someone else might learn from it too. Stay sharp, stay curious, and remember, in finance, nothing lasts forever.